Hello, my name is Sandra. I am a 21-year-old DACA recipient living in Chicago's northern suburbs. Here, it has been a full 2 weeks since Governor Pritzker gave the shelter in place order, and these are my thoughts after 14 days of isolation. We are living in a weird time in the history of the world. Businesses are closing, roads are empty, human interaction is no longer allowed. Oh, and a global pandemic is threatening our livelihood. It seems like our generation has made it to the history books more than once already. During this time, I have been able to reflect on how I've been living my life and wondering if I am actually happy with it. Why have I postponed so many passion projects like a better time was ever going to arrive? How many times have I gotten lost in the everyday hustle with no finish line in sight? How many times have I missed a family gathering because I was too busy? I ask myself, if there were no barriers or excuses, what would I do differently? I realized I have been living to survive and not to live at all. I see many of my friends talk about feeling bored during this time as if it was a terrible thing to feel. And prior to this crisis, I thought it was. I always said, if I feel bored, that just means I'm not doing enough. So I'd fill up my schedule to the point of burnout because being bored meant that I was being lazy. Now I've come to realize that in boredom lies creativity. I have decided to finally take on the passion projects that I have been postponing for years now, this video being the start of one of them. I once had the idea of simply putting my thoughts out there in hopes of finding like-minded individuals who are just as curious about the world as I am. I enjoy thought-provoking conversations about literally any topic, and I'd like to share that with others. In these scenarios, I always do my best to look at the positive side, though it may seem impossible at times. But this is an opportunity for all of us to look within and ask, who are you when the outside world is not influencing you? In my case, I always wonder, who am I? Or who would I be if my status wasn't a barrier? If racism didn't exist? If we were all just seen as equals in society? I have become sort of a server to my community, and I truly enjoy it. I love that I literally get paid to help my community thrive. And being so closely connected to the everyday struggles of my people has driven me to become an activist, or fighting the good fight, as I like to call it. But what if there was no fight? Who would I be then?